Kenny. Just a second. Hey, Kenny.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, good. You?
Excellent. Excellent. So what's going on?
Not much, not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Hanging out today.
Just hanging out. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything new with you?
No, I'm just doing my 4-day online thing. So I'm the
I
third
saw.
day. You saw some of it?
I haven't watched them live. I watched some of the recordings.
The recording, yeah. So what's been going on with you since our last talk?
I really don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't know where to start. I don't even really remember where we left off. Yeah, so I guess today, I stumbled upon this. There's like a little river by my house.
Yeah.
And it was a place where I used to. I was gonna record videos there when I was more into like meditation and had like
Yeah.
things to say.
Yeah.
And so I was just like sitting there, and it kind of occurred to me. I was like, what would I say now if I did a video now?
Yeah.
Like, is there something like what would happen? What would happen?
Yeah.
So I did that, and yeah, that's when I just felt like there's nothing to share.
Yeah.
It just really sounded like you would share. So that's when I don't know, it was shocking. It was spontaneous. So
Yeah.
cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, like nothing is happening and it's just what is.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you make a video?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
Are you gonna start your YouTube channel?
I guess so. It's fun.
Yeah, awesome. So happy to hear.
Yeah.
I remember our last talk, there was a bit of frustration still. There was like waiting for something to happen. And I think it was like our second time or third time of like talking. And the first time there was this excitement, something's gonna happen. And there was like, well, nothing is on offer.
Oh.
And then it's like this, remember that? And
yeah.
True. Was waiting for something to happen. And then I'm like, well, nothing's gonna happen because it's already what is. Yeah, this is already complete. And you're like, well, I know what you're saying. I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, I remember I thought it was going to be like a really big deal to talk to you because that was the first person I had talked to that was whatever, a speaker.
Yeah.
This is big. This is like a milestone.
Yeah. And I remember you were talking about your meditation and spirituality and all that kind of stuff. And and it was almost like correct me if I'm wrong, but it was almost like a disappointment, right?
Yeah,
because everything that you're holding on to was just getting kind of like almost like it was almost getting kind of like whacked, right? You're like, what?
Totally.
Yeah. What do you mean nothing matters?
Yeah, exactly. I thought it had real value. I thought I made progress.
That's right. Yeah.
Close. I thought this was the last thing.
Yeah. This is it now. It's going to kind of like happen, and then all of a sudden it was just like almost like weed whacking. I think that was happening. You had this a lot of weeds, right? And imaginary, anyways, and then there was a going back and forth seemingly about frustration and that kind of stuff, and it was almost like it was almost like a letdown. I'm like, well, I guess there's nothing to do. There's nothing I can do. And then you were kind of stuck in the meditation. And I said that it kind of reminded me of when I was seeking, right? There was this great excitement about this, and also a resistance, because it doesn't want to hear that there's no one here.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing to say anymore.
Yeah. I even I don't know. I did expect a little bit from this conversation too, I think. That,
you
would like connect, or like, I don't know. But even that's like really
because it's just whatever is happening is whatever is happening. You know what I'm saying? And it's not this any expectations. Is just an idea, and this does not have any ideas at all. This is the absence of that. And that's why the river was just flowing, or whatever you were doing, and it's just this immediacy, right? This whatever it is, it's just what is. Yeah. So what did you talk about in your video?
Oh, I don't know where to start. I guess at first it was like, I was just reflecting that, like, I used to do this type of thing, and I would be like anxious because it would be like, does this have value? Am I saying things right? Do I sound spiritual enough?
Yeah.
And when there's nothing to share, when there's no value, no one can add anything, then there's no pressure. It's just sharing, just spontaneous.
It's a bit of the ordinariness, and it's not this fireworks, sometimes that people expect, right? It's there's this big expectation that it's going to be this wow kind of thing, but it's kind of like almost like, what? This is it's almost like there's a wow to it, but there's this kind of like almost kind of like I guess this is it.
Right. It's both.
And it's just the same, but not the same. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I kept going between being like, wow, awesome, amazing. And then it's like, it's this, it's simple.
Yeah. Kind of like this, you know what I'm saying? There's whatever expectations is just an expectation, it's just an idea. It's just this whatever. And it's not something that is set. There's not something that is how do you say it? It's just whatever is happening. And there's really nothing happening. Yeah.
Heck.
That's good. I was happy when I got your message. I was like, okay, because there was this, I think there was a lot of going back and forth, kind of like, I can't remember what you wrote, but it was more of just this frustration. I think that there was a lot of frustration. Yeah.
For sure.
So this is still new, apparently, although there's nothing new.
Yeah.
Because there's no time. Yeah.
I don't even know when. It was just like when I was recording the video was when it was like, oh.
Well, there's no time, right?
This.
It's the collapse of when or how or or place or whatever. It's just this absence.
There's no like story that led up to it happening. There wasn't like
there's no cause and effect. It's just nothing caused it at all.
What the heck?
Yeah. And it's seemingly that the history of Kenny is just a history.
It just doesn't have that weight, really.
No.
That it used to have.
Yeah. It's the great well, but it's also a disappointment.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, the whole story, the whole like enlightenment is such a like the ultimate peak, the best story, or that's what you think it is.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
In a sense, that is the letdown.
It is.
Nothing really is that different.
Yeah. It's just the ordinariness. It's just the naturalness. When there's this, the fantasy's gone. There's this big fantasy.
Oh my gosh.
There's this fantasy of, that's what I thought too. You know, when there's this fantasy of like, am I going to be hoisted up now? Am I going to be floating on air or something? Or
Totally.
all this romanticized idea of what should be, or what is expected. But all expectations are just that. They're just stories, kind of like they're just a narrative that doesn't really have any, it's all empty. It's all empty. And whatever arises is just a suggestion. It's not really reality. There's no reality. What's reality? What are even these words that are coming out?
Wow.
Yeah. So how long? Oh yeah, I guess this is just new. You just messaged me. There's no time.
A few hours. Yeah.
Wow. So there's this seeing still kind of like happening, right? It's this kind of like almost like a disorientation, right? It's like
it is a little bit. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mindfuck, right? I think you say that?
Yeah, it's a mindfuck that there's no mind.
Right.
Yeah, there's nothing happening. There's no processing anymore. It's like the processor of, it's still kind of like, you know, it's just a suggestion, but it's not running anything. It's just going by itself. So this is just this automaticness, this immediacy. And anything that appears, the history or whatever, the story that we're telling earlier, does not even exist. It's just this. Yeah.
Dang.
I just had a conversation with someone and it was just very similar, kind of like, what is this? It's almost like the great confusion now. But there's no answer to that.
Confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
what is not happening, or what's going on?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. There's no welcoming party here. Sorry. There's no banners saying you made it, because there's no you that made it.
Yeah. No, I was thinking too, like now I'm in the where I would have thought like there's an enlightened people club, like they're all friends and like
Sorry if I'm disappointing. Sorry if there's nothing special here, Kenny.
Oh my.
Because there's no one that's enlightened. That's the narrative, right? That there is this secret or something, but it's just whatever is happening is whatever is happening, and it's not even that. It's the apparent kind of like almost like a how do you say it? See, it's hard to say. Even I've been speaking. I've been speaking about this for the past 3 days now, right? You know, like few hours every day about what can't be explained, and I'm still speechless most of this time.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's
what the heck? And it just keeps going. You can just keep talking and like
because there's no one doing it
or touches it or like it.
Yeah. It is just I like the word free falling. It's just free falling. There's no more landing. There's no more coming into it. And I was talking about beliefs earlier in the meetings, right? I was talking about that there's seemingly, and this is just a suggestion, of course, that the root of all of this separation is the belief that I'm separate, the belief that that I will get enlightened, I believe in my problems and anything that is rooted in that belief system. When that belief system gets smacked down, it's like, I don't know what to believe anymore because there's no one here believing anything. As you said, you know, it's just like, what's going on? It's the what the fuck.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, it's the it's almost like yeah. So you're planning to be speaking about this? I would love to see your videos. That'll be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah.
It's also funny because I just was such an anxious person that I never
you never really thought that you would be speaking in front of a camera and talking about something.
Right.
Yeah.
But I recorded it.
Yeah.
And you know, like it would have been like, oh, I've only been enlightened for one day. Like how could I post a video? But it was just as spontaneous. It was just a video.
Yeah. Because there's no more kind
it's
of
like, not doing anything.
Should I do it? Or I should not do this, you know, all of this kind of like, or, you know, why did I do that? Or that kind of thing. It's just, there's no more kind of like neurosis. That's the word that I'm using for. There's a neurotic tendency. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. Well, just those thoughts all occurred to me, but there is just no.
There's no more gravity. It's all floating now.
Oh gosh. I'm just remembering how heavy that used to kind of feel, like just that pit in your stomach of, I don't know. The story's feeling so real.
I remember that look on your face when you were in your car. You were just kind of like, I give up, Emerson. You know, there's nothing to get anyway, right? Remember that?
Like stunned, yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was just this kind of like frustration and a bit of kind of like even resentment, probably. Why did I talk to this guy?
For sure.
I love the looking around. If you watch Ian's video, I don't know if you saw Ian's video. It was like that too. It's the one-on-one. I have a one-on-one kind of like videos. Watch it.
I probably have seen it then, but yeah.
Yeah, but you probably just go like, oh, what's this? You know what I'm saying?
Was he in a car for that video?
No, that's Zabi. Zabi actually came to the meeting today.
Oh yeah.
He just repeated the same thing. Zabi was just like, it's so I can't remember what he said, but he said, I can't believe that there's no one here. It's just a repeat of what he was basically saying. It's just this, it's just so unbelievable, but yet it is. It's the obvious thing. This has been obvious, apparently, there's no time, that there's just really just this talking, this walking, this seeing. That's even saying too much because it's really unknowable. Just this, whatever is occurring. It's not even that. And it's just this sheer confusion of something that is really clear. It's like, it's really clear, but what's coming out of my mouth is what's that? You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And it's just this, the looking around, the seeing what's going on.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Chop, what did they say? Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. But there's no enlightenment. It's just all chop wood, carry water.
The whole time.
Yeah, it's just been like this the whole time. That's what I usually hear. It's always been this way.
Gosh. No, I'm just so confused.
Yeah.
I can't even really remember what I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's this I don't knownness. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no I that knows anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's no more certainty. There's no more center. There's no more location. It's all over the place now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then what you see in this apparent kind of like seeing or whatever, it's different for every character. There's this, some people believe that it should be this way or should be that way, or, sometimes it's just very normal. Sometimes it's kind of like, what is going on? What the fuck? Or sometimes it's crying or laughing or kind of like it's this disorientation. I like that word. It's disorientation.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I had to sit down because I was DJing and I was just seeing that there's no one doing this. It's just happening by itself. So I was just sitting down. I remember looking at like a dust. I'm like, oh, wow, there's a dust. And there's just this seeing that there's no one here. And this is just infinity. There's no time. But I'm like, how come there's an appearance of this, whatever is happening? And I think I was just kind of like walking around, and it's just this bewilderment. It's another one. I'm like, totally. I'm bewildered now. Yeah. How could there be an I? How could there be something that and all the belief systems, it just like tumbles down. It's like this collapse of like, I think we were talking about meditation, and you were in that self-improvement bit for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And then you were quite disappointed when I said something to that effect that, well, who's improving? What self-improvement or something to that? I can't remember.
Yeah.
We have to watch those videos. The one that
True.
Yeah.
I would be so curious.
Yeah. You
oh
have
my god!
I sent you a copy of those.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I have it somewhere in my emails. Yep.
Yeah. Maybe post that in your channel. That'll be kind of funny. Just kind of like,
yeah, for sure. Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Well, this is it. There's nothing to figure out anymore, because there's no more stories. It's just, sorry, there's no fireworks and there's no welcome banner or kind of like, yay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, because this is just the normalcy of it, right? This is just whatever is happening is just this.
And there's still something like, I don't know, cool about it, or like,
it's really cool. It's not, although it's kind of like not, it's really cool because, imagine, this is what has been longed for. And here it is always. And it can never leave. It's never absent. It's always this way, right? And that's what's so cool about it, is because, and the humility about it, right? That the specialness is yanked out. I'm like, oh, I'm nothing special because I'm not even here. But that's great because there's no one special too. It's like the equalizer.
Right.
The zero. But it's really cool too. I agree. It's really cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, I think this is it.
Yeah.
We'll chat again more.
I guess.
Yeah, we'll chat again soon.
Okay.
And love you. Thank you so
love
much
you.
for messaging me. And it's just been awesome.
Thanks. I don't know what I'm thanking you for, but
no.
It was nice. It's been nice.
Thanks for nothing.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna pause this now.